The other day I posted another poll on this channel, and this time I asked viewers if you rent or if you own the place where you live. And I was a little surprised at the response. 26% of you said that you rent. So just a little over a quarter of retirees, the retirees who watch this channel and who took the poll, said that they rent. One of the reasons I asked is because I watch a lot of YouTube retirement channels, and at least on these channels, it seems like a lot of retirees are not only renting, but they're having a very, very difficult time affording the rent. And so a lot of them are moving into their cars or RVs or campers or other accommodations because they can't afford to pay the rent. So to me it seems, at least from the videos that I watch and from what I hear in the media, it seems like it's a real crisis right now. But the retirees on this channel who took the poll and who left comments, I don't think one of them mentioned price being a problem or not being able to pay the rent as being a problem. So that's good. I don't know if it's just the viewers on this channel or if it reflects a broader group of retirees, but I was happy to see that most people who took the poll who are renting, at least on this channel, they don't seem to be having a big problem right now affording the rent. So that's good. Now, I also just looked to see what the average rent here in the US is right now. And I don't know if you can see, there might be a reflection from the light, but in 2025, the average rent is around $1,625 a month. Now, because I live in California, that seems very, very low, where rents here can be $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month easily in the Los Angeles area, and probably most of the larger cities here in California. I mean, everything here is more expensive. I know just from friends and acquaintances over the years, I know that the rental market in the Los Angeles area is very, very unaffordable. But I did do a little bit more research just out of curiosity to find out where some of the higher rents are in the country and where some of the lowest rents are. And I think I'm going to go through and show you what I found. And I think you may be surprised because there are areas in the country where the rent is really, really affordable. I think I saw a couple in here where the rent was under $200 a month. I'm assuming that's a one-bedroom or maybe a studio, and maybe it's not a nice area, I don't know, and maybe some of you will know when I mention some of these cities. I'm just curious, I should have asked in the poll, and maybe I'll have to do another poll, or maybe you can answer in the comments under this video, those of you who are renting, are you renting in really expensive areas like Los Angeles or New York, or other expensive cities around the world? Or are you renting in more affordable states and cities and towns? Let me read to you some of what I found, a couple of articles. I looked at a lot of different articles, and one article might say this is the cheapest city to live in, to rent in. Another one might say it's a totally different city to rent and live in. And so there's a lot of variation, but I think all of these different articles at least give us a fairly good idea of where most of the cheaper, more affordable areas are to rent an apartment, or even, it doesn't have to be an apartment, it could be a house or a condo or some other living arrangement, but just something that you rent rather than something that you bought or that you own. So when I did a search for the cheapest apartment rents in the U.S., this USA Today article popped up that says a USA Today analysis of apartment list data shows that there are 17 metro areas across the country where the median rent is less than $1,000 a month, well below the national median of $1,402. And a mere fraction of the cost in some of the country's pricier metros. Now, this article is from rentalrealestate.com, and this is about the cheapest United States rent prices in 2025. Now, they use averages instead of median prices. They have the cheapest state rent right now in Oklahoma for $1,058. And then if you see down here below, the asterisk here, based on average of fair market rents for 0 to 4 bedroom residential rental units throughout the United States, excluding Puerto Rico. Then they've got the cheapest metro rent in the city of Cleveland, Ohio for $1,159. The cheapest city rent, according to this article, is in Toledo, Ohio for $1,023. And again, this is the average. So there are rents in Toledo and Cleveland and Oklahoma that are much lower than this as well, but then also much higher. The same article goes on to list the 10 cheapest rent in U.S. states in 2025. Number 1 is Oklahoma, and you can see to the right the actual price here. Number 2, Missouri. Number 3, Arkansas. Number 4, Iowa. Number 5, West Virginia. Number 6, Ohio. Number 7, Alabama. Number 8, Louisiana. Number 9, Nebraska. And number 10, Kansas. So all of these are either in the Midwest or the South. So number 1, Oklahoma, $1,058. Are you guys paying more or less than that where you live, where you rent? All right, so then here's another article. This one is from apartments.com. Rent trends in the United States. What is the average rent in the United States? Okay, $1,638. And they at least give here a square footage, 696 square feet. And it's gone up a little less than 10% in the last year. Current national averages for a studio apartment, $1,702, 1 bedroom, $1,638, 2 bedroom, $1,898, 3 bedroom, $2,378, and they give the square footage as well. Now, most affordable cities in the United States for rentals: Colma, Wisconsin, $204 a month; Linton, Indiana, $237 a month; New Harmony, Indiana, $252 a month. And these are average rents, which means there are some rents that are much lower than this. McGregor, Texas, $252 a month. I mean, I'll let you go ahead and look at the rental prices here, but Gurdon, Arkansas, Salem, West Virginia, Bainbridge, New York. So even in New York, of course, that's very small, 383 square feet, but only $288 a month. Jerseyville, Illinois, $289 a month. Great Bend, Kansas. Random Lake, Wisconsin. It's interesting to see some of the lowest rents in New York City. I mean, not New York City, but New York, the state of New York, and even Illinois, where we've got Chicago. I don't know where Jerseyville is. I'm guessing it's probably not close to Chicago. So how do these prices compare to what you're paying? Are you paying $200-300 a month for rent in a nice area? Are these nice areas? Maybe if some of you live near these areas or know these areas, you can share. Because that's the one thing you don't get from these numbers is knowing what the areas are like. We're talking about retirees on this channel, so a retiree can live anywhere they want. So even if these are out in rural areas, that shouldn't necessarily be a problem for retirees, although retirees might want to be near a city, near hospitals and more convenient shopping and things like that, but you're not at least tied to a job. Most expensive cities in the U.S., okay, largely New York. $4,681 a month. So you can see Millbrook, New York, Connecticut, New York, California, New York, New York, New York, New York. All of the most expensive rents are in New York or California or Connecticut. So either the East Coast or the West Coast. So that's not a surprise. So that gives you a little bit of an overview of where the highest and lowest rents are in the country these days. And so if you're a retiree and you're renting, how do these numbers compare to what you're paying for rent? Are you paying more? Are you paying less? Did you move in order to pay less? I mean, that is definitely an option I know for some retirees. Not all retirees are able to move. Maybe they can't afford to move, or they have to live or want to live near their family, and their family might be living in a very expensive area. So, every retiree is different, but I am just curious, how many of you are happy as renters, or how many of you are struggling to pay the rent? What portion of your income, your monthly income, goes to rent? Is it a third, a half, more than that? So anyway, share with us in the comments. It would be really nice to know. And in the next video, I'll share with you the results of the same poll for those of you who said you own your own home, and what current prices are in the housing market around the country. So stay tuned for that next video, and I'll see you then.